Hello, Yaku. I got Yaku's comment before I even got a notification that Yaku has joined the stream. Imagine. Okay, no stress. Sent. This game should really allow you to invite multiple people instead of like constantly open up the invite friends menu. Yeah, you could do it in 2022, and then the game just devolved. Code ma, yeah, code devolved. Yeah, the game just got worse and worse. Like, literally, Codemasters can't make a game, bro. I'm telling you now. Exactly. And you know what? Sometimes it doesn't even work. Like, bro, I'm telling you now, my grandmother can make a better game than the entire Codemaster Studio, bro. Like I won't even be sad. I won't even be sad if that studio shuts down, bro. To be honest with you. Like the entire studio and game just infuriates me to that point. Okay. Okay, I'm sending you another invite then. And then I'm going to move everyone across. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay. Hello. Yeah, so I think we can ready up then, I'm guessing, right? Yeah. I just moved you guys from the podcast channel to the main game, or into the league channel. Yeah. Yeah, as admin, you can move people across channels. Load setups. Oh, for fuck's sakes. So I'm gonna change my diff maybe a bit. Yeah. Same. I think today was the first time I touched it from Thursday. It doesn't help when you start the race on 60% ERS. The, it's the fact that that bug has been out for a month. How do you you cut that swimming pool section? Okay. Hello. Yeah. Mm. Like other tracks, it gives you so much of like leeway, and this track is like nope. Like for example, like I should be first. How? Okay. Yeah, in Spa you actually have a lot of leeway. Um, as long as you like come off the accelerator, like you're good. Danke Om Yaku.
Drive-through penalty. You've got a drive-through penalty.
I jumped the start just a tiny bit. Fuck it. It'd be nice to see how powerful the DRS is on this, like on this track, yeah. Yeah, but that. Where?
Okay, your reputation and our car are going to take a right battering if you carry on like this. Remember, your reputation matters here. You're not going to progress if you carry on in this manner. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Hello, Mr. Turbo. Yes, sir. No, I'm not. I got a jump start and everything. Let's hope so.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
Yes, sir. It's a good thing you guys. It's a good thing you guys aren't going back to Japan. True, true.
You've got to keep it clean. There's no point pushing hard if you're putting the car in danger.
Spa. Hello. Let's go. Camel Straight is going to be my straight. Just rename it straight right now. Yes. I got that illegal Ferrari engine from 2019 as well. You know, up to this day, apparently that engine is still the most powerful engine in race trim and qualifying trim as well.
If you don't take the drive-through
Yeah.
penalty this lap, you'll be disqualified. Box, box, box.
Apparently, yeah. But apparently this update that they're bringing to this to Vegas now is a new front wing that's apparently going to be trialed out for the new season. So yes. Yeah, I want to see how Hamilton drives at Ferrari as well. I think it's going to be like a Vettel versus Leclerc situation. Like when Hamilton gets his groove on, he's going to be very good. But throughout the season, I don't think he has the stamina now to keep. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay,
think.
mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Mm, I think Hamilton is basically forgot how to drive or how to race because he spent so much of time in front all these years that he just sort of got used to like controlling the race pace. Because remember when Hamilton first entered the scene, he was like basically like Verstappen, like 2008, yeah, 2008, 2009 Hamilton was basically Verstappen. So I think all those years that yeah, all those years in the like just racing in the front, you lose your race car, but he also honed his ability to control races as well, like control tires, control like fuel usage and everything. So he lost out race car, but he gained a lot of experience in doing that.
Yes, 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 guys, yes! Come on, boys!
Mm, ye- yes.
Ah, today was supposed to be all about the win. That was the target. I guess a podium's not that bad.
Yes. Okay. At least the race finished. That'll be cock. Okay, send in invites. Mm, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I agree. Wait for everyone to load up. Yeah, I, okay. Emil, you ready? Oh, wait, let's just send the invite to Eddie Molin as well. Let's see. I think they started that investigation a few races back, but obviously I don't think they have the budget now because of what Perez did to their yeah, to actually go around and fixing the problems, so they have to wait for the new season. Yeah, maybe next year. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Same with Ferrari, because Ferrari also switched concepts this season. Because remember Ferrari had those swimming pool type side pods, and they changed over to the Red Bull style side pods for this year. So they changed, and even their suspension setup as well. They changed from push rod to pull rod as well. Next season will be better because we're gonna have four teams, basically fighting for a championship next season. I think Mercedes will be there for a few races as well to cause upsets, like basically like how Spa was, where like so it might be Ferrari and McLaren fighting it out, but you'll have hi Jean, yes sir, yes sir. That's one invite, that's two invite. Donkey. Yeah, I think everyone spam would invite. Eventually, the game will let him in. Eventually, where there's a will, there's a way. Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun next week. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. The reason why we're pushing it as well is so that we can finish the season before Christmas as well. Yes, sir. Yeah. We will stop during the Christmas time because everyone's going to be away. So if we're gonna sit down one day and talk, 'cause one of two things are gonna happen. We either stop the rest season on like the 15th or 16th somewhere there and continue in the new year, or we pick a point a week and we do two races a week basically, and we finish and then we finish up before the 15th. And then when the new year comes around, like on that second or third week of Jan, we either start a new season or we continue with the season off. Yeah, because yeah, this game is like that. Because last year we had very good timing as well, where the season ended when the new game came out. So we just gave everyone like a month or two to get up to speed with the new game and buy the game as well, and then we continued on. But honestly speaking, though, if the new game is basically like this game, where it's just like it's supposed to be a DLC, but they're charging full price, I'm not gonna get the game. Fuck EA, fuck Codemasters, bruh. For the past 4 years, they've just been releasing DLC. Exactly. Yeah, unless like exactly, because buying F125 and paying full price for it, like 1,500 rand, is it's too much for a game that's literally a DLC. Codemasters literally just did exactly. Exactly, yeah. They just release DLC, just release a $10 DLC every year. Mm. I'm to be honest with you, it feels like what they just did to this game was just Control C, Control V, and make the game worse. Yeah, they literally like this game is not even an evolution, it's a devolution. Mm. My favorite game is not realistic at all. Yeah, why exactly. Like, it's like any setup that you make, it has to go maxed out. Yes, sir. Okay. Mm-hmm. No. Exactly. Spa is one of those tracks. Spa is one of those tracks. You cannot touch the curbs at all. As soon as you touch the curbs, your car is going spinning. Yes, and Zandvoort. And yeah, and the thing is, in a track like what's it called? Hungary, where like the curves are notorious for being high. Like apparently that's normal. You can touch the curve, you can ride the curbs easily. Exactly. Like this game compared to F1 2020 basically is sold a fifth of what that game sold. Mm. Yeah, 2022. Remember last time what happened when I got pole? Yeah, there was no grip. There was no grip. Yay. Yeah, because you had classic cars and everything. Yeah, 2019 is nice because you had classic cars, classic tracks, and the same with 2020 as well. And then after that, EA bought them, and the game just basically became brain rot. Mm. Like, if I'm being honest with you, Dirt Rally is a better game than this game. Mm. Mm. Bye bye, Fighting Swing. Yeah. Spreading corona around. Doing God's work. Hello, it's me. And this is where Milo pull away now.
It's a me, Mario.
I'm built I'm built different. Yes. Um, mm. They had one in Cape Town last year. That was really nice in Cape Town though. You right? Throwback to 2022, I think it was, in America.
Good job. Nice overtake.
Yeah, I just, yeah, this was on medium. My ERS was on medium there when I overtook you. There's no safe word involved. Let's go, boys. Luck. Luck. Yo, that catch. Yes. Almost fell off my seat.
Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Okay, well done. That's 3 clean laps in a row. Beautiful stuff. Keep it going. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Ah. You're pumping your battery there. Yeah.
Yes, 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 guys, yes! Come on, boys!
Let's go.
Oh, well, a podium's good.
No,
Not
you
all the way
won
to
now.
win.
Turbo. Yes. No, 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 no. It was best out of three. He won Imola, and now he won Spa as well. Nah. Yeah. Just so we can do the finals a bit quicker as well, because then now there's no point then otherwise doing doing 5 laps, 5 tracks as well, when there's no finalist for thin. I just have to set it up, but yeah, you have like 4 minutes. Yes, sir. So start off with Brazil first. Mm. Brazil, Vegas. Kota. Um, yeah, yeah, but I know which corner you're talking about. Yeah, Canada, then Bahrain. Yes, sir. We did a race there 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks ago we did our Brazil. Um, yeah. Are we ready to start? I think so. Hmm. Mm. Johnny's typing. Okay. So you said wait before we start. I need to join the Discord for a cooldown interview. So I don't know if Emil wants to join as well. Yeah. So Emil has to do. Oh, must I drag you across to that Discord? Uh, Post race interview. Must I drag you across? Okay. No, no, like our post race interview. Yeah. Okay. See you now. Hello. Hello, good sir. How you doing? No stress. I mean, I actually got a taste of racing against like a high tier athletic competitor, as Daniel Ricciardo would put it, because like athletes sweat and stuff. So I was sweating the entire two races that I raced. It means I have a lot of work to do to catch up to them. So yeah, yeah, yeah. It's actually quite nice that we what's gonna happen there. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. Yeah. So right now we're just waiting for Emil to get back, and then we'll end up starting the next race, or the next setup, or the finals actually, the goal finals. Okay. So when I was coming down the Camel Straight down Spa, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lick the stamp and send it. And yeah, I think I actually did it twice or once. Not too sure. I can't quite remember that far back. But yeah. Then try to maintain the pace after that. So yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is actually like a eye opener as well, considering like normally I'm racing against people that once they overtake me, I have a chance next lap in the DRS zone to overtake them again and basically have like either a battle or not, or like strategy comes into play with like the pit stops and stuff. But racing against me is just like within a lap he can pull out like he can clear DRS. So like yeah, it's actually, and also looking at the lines that he takes, his braking points, and the speed that he can carry through corners just means that, I have a lot more things to work on to get up to that pace. And there is obviously a lot more room to do it, to improve, because if he can do it, then I can do it as well. Yeah. Yeah, he is actually one of our, and even Boot as well is also on controller as well. Um, so I think it just comes down to your natural racing instinct at that point as well, knowing what to do, when to accelerate, when to brake, when to turn, how much power the car can handle from the accelerator pedal or your R2 button when you like take in the corner as well. Because I know turbo and boot races with like zero assist apart from ABS. Well, well, you happen to be in luck because I just buckle O'Meal Clausen is actually he's white and he is or he was living in the Netherlands, so yeah, okay. Okay. Do we want to start the gold race, the gold race here, season championship, whatever? Okay. All right. Okay. Um. All right. No stress. I'll move a meal across and then we can start. Okay. Cheers, Emil. Good luck. Okay. He's gone. I just moved him across to the racing channel. so he can talk to his competitors while he's racing. I just lost and got knocked out now, so I'm part of the losers club. Oof. I understand. I think I think it's going to be tight going forward now because we saw what happened last week between these two as well. Um, when tensions do rise and it's coming down to like the final race, and if they are level on points or wins, um, there will be fireworks on track. Yeah. Okay, so we just started up the qualifying for race number one. We are just about to enter sector 2 now, so it looks like Turbo is currently in the lead by like 1 or 2 tenths. But I do know Emil is quite fast in the second sector here. So we're just about to see the sector splits coming up. Yeah, Turbo is ahead by like a few tenths. And actually Turbo keeps the lead throughout sector 2 as well. Emil has a tad bit of oversteer, which obviously just slightly unsettles his car. Yeah, Turbo is actually going to get pole. Unless Emil has a ridiculous straight line. He does pull up pole. He saved his DRS for the big straight. He pulled out pole from like the last like 100 meters of the track. Yeah, Emil gets pole by like a tenth, literally 1/10 of a second. 1/10, 1/10. Um, Yeah, literally one. So it looks like Emil has gone for the low downforce setup on this track because he clawed back all his time lost because he has 2.5 tenths down coming out of the final corner onto the final straight, and then he pulled back all that time on the straight. But also, just a bit of tactics from him because he didn't use his battery throughout the track. He had his battery set on um medium throughout the entire qualifying track. And when he came out the final corner, he just dumped his entire battery. And they just thought, oh, Amilis goes wide. But he maintains his advantage coming down into sector 2. Yeah, he maintains his advantage. So this is going to be a DRS game now between these two through the rest of this race, or race number one. Brazil. Uh, yeah, it's sun's out, guns out. Mm. Um, Turbo, I've no. Yeah, I've noticed Turbo has issues with traction on this track. I noticed the throttle rest is empty at the end of the first lap. Hmm. Yeah, let's see. They are halfway through sector 2, and Turbo's ERS is still only on 20%. Meanwhile, Emil's on 70%. Yes? Yeah. Yeah, even the Turbo has ERS. He's not making much sense. It just shows how much of a low downforce setup Emil is actually running. Again, throughout the second DRS zone as well, Turbo is not making up pace. Yeah, we only made up half a tenth on Emil on the second straight, while dumping his batteries. Batteries again on 20%. Still Emil first, Turbo second. Turbo is behind by half a second. Yeah, so they are on lap number 3. They come up to the final straight of lap number 3, so they're going to start the fourth lap now. And Turbo is still behind by half a second. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Uh, um. Yeah. Okay. So in turn number 5, Emil just had a slight bit of a slide, which brought Turbo back to 2.5 to 3 tenths behind. So it's not over yet in lap number 4. Turbo has been saving up his battery throughout the last lap. He brought his battery up to 57%, 55%. So looks like the last lap we might get some fireworks between these two. Yeah, coming up to the final straight now. Your Turbo is actually 4 tenths behind, 3.5 tenths, 3 tenths, 2.5 tenths. Turbo setting himself up for an overtake on the final lap. There's going to be a do or die move coming up. I sense that now between these two. Yeah, 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 definitely, yeah. Okay, we are starting the final. We're starting the final straight now. So let's see. Emil is on 40%. Turbo is on 40% battery. So the DRS zone is coming up right now, and it's ooh. The Turbo just win this. No, Turbo is second. I want to see the time difference because they literally crossed the line side by side. They crossed the line side by side. I'm waiting to see what the time. It was 11,000th of a second that separated Emil from Turbo. Emil wins the first race by 11 thousandths of a second. So that's race number one. We still have four more races like this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I think Emil has a low downforce setup for this track as well, if I'm not mistaken. So if I remember correctly, during when I got knocked out of Q3 on this track this weekend or last week, or a long time ago, his top speed here was actually very high. It was close to mine actually. I think he was at 340 or something. So he does have a low downforce setup for here. So let's see how that works out for him throughout Vegas's long straights. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Yeah, so we just had a small server issue, so Emil just got kicked out of the server, so I'm gonna have to recreate it. Yeah, this is EA lobbies, everyone. Mm, even even Matrix as well. Mm, but that's the thing though. Everyone knows what's go I don't think there's not. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't think they're gonna sell a lot. Um, for 2025 because I know a lot of people are saying that if the game is comes out with the same kind of content again, like what this year's game came out with, a lot of people are not going to get it. Yeah, yeah, but even like Arova made a big video talking about how what kind of state this game is in and how broken it is. Yeah, so we're still waiting for players, yeah. So we just started the server again and we started again. Um, so let's see how it goes. Hmm. A lot of times, yeah, a lot of times these guys are like we are neighbors, legit neighbors, because like trying to connect someone in Joburg while you're living in Joburg, or trying to connect someone in Cape Town while you are living in Cape Town. So even when we have our informal nights as well, we still can't connect to each other. Hmm. Um, the same thing happened to Raggy in Baku. So we had a discussion in the groups as well. So the car in front of him had a 3 second penalty and he finished 1.7 seconds behind in penalty to his time. So it's like it's issues like that as well that also affects the game. And if you're done with qualifying with Emil edging Turbo out by a tenth, um, again catching up and gaining all his time down the straights again as well. So Emil does have a rocket ship of a car. Yeah. So qualifying has been completed and we're going into the race now. Yeah. Let's hope for EA's sake this round actually goes well. And we have 5 red lights and away we go. A very very long hold again. Emil gets a very nice getaway. He catches Turbo napping. Turbo was napping on the start. Mm, yeah. Okay, so Turbo destroyed. Oh, finished his battery down the start finish straight. Oh yeah, down the first straight set of straights, and he overtook Emil. I think he caught Emil napping there because Emil would. I didn't think Emil thought that Turbo would try to overtake on that straight, but Turbo did to go for the overtake and absolutely finish his battery. Emil is sitting with 100% battery, Turbo is sitting on 60%. So yeah, now we're coming to the long back straight up this track. Emil keeping a same and letting his low downforce setup do the work for him. He's not using his battery at all. It's very smart. Both drivers have turned off the ERS because they know what's coming up. Mm. Yeah, both drivers turned off the ERS and started coasting down the end of the main straight because they are waiting for the ERS. Hello. Yeah, I see both drivers as we deleted up from the Discord server. Both drivers are actually lifting off the accelerators because no one wants to be the first car on the DRS straight. Emil is driving around with, yeah. Emil is driving around with his ERS 10 completely off because he does not want to overtake Turbo. Oh, now he turns it back on the. Okay, Emil is going to get DRS down the straight now, and now he's turning on his battery. Turbo turned off his battery because he's not fighting this. He's keeping his battery on 100%. He's saving for the next time. This track is going to be a DRS chicken track. Yeah. I the 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 track design is not my favorite because it's a street circuit and I have a strong bias against street circuit. The only thing that makes it entertaining is that very long straightaway. I think the designers have thought through thoroughly because the track in itself is very bland. But if you only take that long straight into account, that's where all the overtakes are going to happen. That's what makes the track entertaining. But it's not a fun track to drive. There's no elevation changes, there's no cambered corners or anything. It's just it is a street circuit. So like the road is level. Yeah. Baku has character because in Baku you basically have two circuits in one. You can either choose to run your car in low downforce for the straights or high downforce for the corners. So you get the best of both worlds in Baku, which obviously leads to better racing because you have some people setting the cars up for the corners. Oh, sorry to stop. Emil uh, just clipped a small piece of a corner, unsettled his car, and he gave up a very demanding lead to Turbo. Turbo was behind by 7/10 of a second. Now he's 1.5 tenths. Okay, so this race is just coming in alive again in the final few laps. But yeah, Emil with his low downforce. Yeah, so Emil with his low downforce setup is actually dominating this track and pulling away from Turbo. Turbo has ERS behind, but Emil, when he turns on his battery, he just pulls away from Turbo, even though Turbo has ERS behind him. But Emil's car is very unsettled now. Because of that small tap of the corner and him going sideways to the corner, I think his tire temps are not lekker now. Hmm. 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 The thing, um, we are on lap number 4. Turbo is 7/10 again behind Emil. Emil's battery is completely finished now because he tried to build up that lead again, what he had to Turbo after his small mishap. But yeah, it looks like this might be Emil's track again if he can save some battery for that ERS straight down or like the back straight again. Um, but coming back to your question about the handling model, I'm not a big fan of the way code. Like I know they fixed it obviously for the better, but we had to go through 5 iterations of handling models of the game when the game came out. So obviously in the beginning, myself and Matrix were obviously very fast. So we had high hopes of competing up front in the league because myself and Matrix were like actually on the level of both Turbo and Yeah, Boot, Turbo, Raggy, and that entire crew, the meal and stuff. Like our lap times were around there. And then as they changed their handling model throughout like the coming months of the game's release, obviously it came back to normal, but we aren't really fans in that regard because now it took away like our because we were very fast in the original game's handling model, but now this game put us back in the midfield. So it's like, yeah, okay, the cars handle better now. Like we can actually race, but yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the way they handled it. Yeah. Oh, we just finished off. Turbo clinched it in the final straight by a tenth. Tur yeah, yeah. These races are actually very straight. I think Emil could have easily won this if he didn't clip the corner on lap number 3. Because Emil was pulling away and he had like a big amount of battery. Obviously, like a large amount of battery remaining in his tank. I think it was 60 to 70%. And obviously when he clipped that corner even sideways, he lost that entire time down to like a tenth. Then he had to rebuild all of that up and use his battery down the straights again, which I think ultimately sealed his fate on the last lap with Turbo was behind him and he had like almost three-quarters of a battery left. Mm, yeah. Mm. Yeah, that is actually very, very uncommon to see an error from these guys. But I think it's also a sign of showing how hard they are pushing now. Because as we know, these drivers they do want to win this championship, and Emil and Turbo are actually looking forward to this. So they are pushing each other very hard. So I think the cracks are starting to form now as well. So we're currently going into this 1-1. Yeah. Yes. So are you trying to say that eventually we're just going to end up racing at like Indianapolis or something? Just turn around, just racing around in ovals. Going into turn one, we started qualifying. Emil has the slight advantage. I'm not too sure on the gap difference, but I know Turbo actually likes the S's in this track. Turbo is actually very fast in the S's, so let's see if Turbo can eke back that advantage. We are at the end of the S's now. Turbo is still in second place. Emil is still holding on to like a tenth. Yeah, Emil is still holding on to like that tenth lead that he has on Turbo. Yeah, yeah. So we are on the straight right now. Turbo has the low downforce setup. Turbo has just taken the lead on this back straight. Oh, they're actually neck and neck. Yeah. I would say. Mm, I would pick the straight. I would pick the straight, but I would bring the bias down to a little bit more track focus. So, like, I'll have a bit of wing, but it won't be anywhere near something like Vegas or something. Like Vegas, I sacrifice um cornering for this pure straight line speed. Like, I don't care how slow I'm in corners. This is just completely set up for the straights. Versus over here, like, I would be maybe leaning 55% straights, 45% corners. Yeah, so, yes, yes, somewhere around there. Mm. Okay, and it is going to be 5 red lights, and it's still on, and away we go. Actually, a very good start actually by Emil. He actually ends up overtaking Turbo in the S's, yeah. Oh, we can just see Turbo loves these S's because he's clawing back time on Emil. He is literally pushing Emil through these S's. He's 1.5 turns behind Emil, so he's basically like touching his wing. I'm not in the party to find out, so I'm not in the party to find out. So okay, we're on the back straight. Turbo is pulling up alongside to overtake, and they're going side by side through the hairpin of the of the long straight. Emil maintains his lead. Yeah, Emil is just showing why he's the last of the late breakers. Going through these technical corners, now Turbo is still behind. Turbo again having traction issues on this track. Yeah. And again we're coming up to the S's. So Turbo is 4 tenths behind. It's the amount of time he makes up, okay, at the end of the S's. He has plus 417 entering the S's. He's now plus 3, plus 2. Yeah, he's insane. Yeah, yeah, plus point 3. Yeah. Hmm. Definitely, yeah. And the funny thing is, Turbo's battery is still 100%. He's not using the battery. Meanwhile, Emil's battery is sitting on 60%. Turbo loves Kota. No, no, no. So these tracks weren't selected by the drivers at all. These tracks were all selected by the admins. Yeah, so we all put down a poll. We put down a poll of tracks to race on. So yeah, this is Turbo's track. Okay, okay, sorry to cut you out, but we're on the main straight. Turbo has DRS and he's actually catching up to Emil right now onto the final sector, and Turbo pulled out of that overtake. He's waiting to, he's waiting for the final lap. Sorry about that, but yeah, Turbo's waiting for the overtake on the final lap. He's pulling out of his overtakes now because he knows he has a full battery. We're currently on lap number 3, going to enter lap number 4. There were two instances. Yeah, there were two instances where Turbo could have overtaken Emil, but he chose to back out of it. Turbo knows he has the ERS advantage. Yeah, yeah. This might come back to bite Turbo because coming into the final straight, Turbo had a lot of wheel spin, which basically sent him 45, like spun him around, not spun him around, but like put his car in a 45-degree angle to the track. He had to do a major correction on the main straight, on the back straight actually. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's now 4 tenths behind. He's now 4 tenths behind the meal. Yeah, now he has to use that battery, which he has actually brought back down to 3 tenths, 2.5 tenths. Okay, we're starting the final lap now. Okay, coming through the S's, Turbo is behind 2.5 tenths. Make that 1.5 tenths now in the S's. Turbo loves these S's, by the way. He's taking much more tighter lines. He's not afraid to get a penalty. It looks like at this point, or it looks like he hasn't gotten penalty all race. So he's using all of his like 3 lives that he gets from this game to cut corners and get up time on Emil so he can have a nice run up to him onto the straight. Turbo's battery is on 80%, Emil's battery is on 40%, and we are entering the back straight now. DRS is 150 meters away, and now Turbo has DRS. He's pumping his battery. We are halfway through the straight. Turbo has done the overtake. He's in front of Emil. Proceeds to take the racing line. Brilliant racing from Turbo, actually. Emil tries to fight it, tries to come back on corner exit, but he just can't. He has no battery left to fight Turbo at all. Turbo is actually pulling away. Turbo has a 4/10 of a second, 6/10, sorry, of a second now. Lead over Turbo coming into the long right-hander. Turbo played this race very, very smart. He pulled out of so many overtakes so he can stay behind Emil. And we are on the final straight and Turbo wins. A masterclass of racing from Turbo, actually. Hmm. Yeah, which is a low down fast track. Hello, Mr. Johan. I'm just gonna change that now. Yeah. So the time had been set to official now. They set to random. It has been changed now to. Yeah, yeah, it is on strict. It's just that the time was set to random. Okay, cool. No stress. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, but when you are racing, you can actually feel that because you know when you're gonna get a penalty. That's how much we've been playing this game at this point. We know when we've earned a penalty and when we haven't earned a penalty. So, yeah, yeah, definitely. Also, sometimes we don't even get the notification when we cut the corner, and then randomly we'll just get a penalty because we're like, oh, but I never cut corners though. Meanwhile, the game has been counting the number of times you went over the white line. Okay, and we just started qualifying. We just started qualifying now. We are in turn one. Emil is actually in the lead. So it looks like Emil has the lowdown for setup. Yeah, Canada. So it looks like Emil has the lowdown for setup. Yeah, it's actually very cloudy. So I think the forecast might have rain coming in a bit, maybe. So I think if you're doing like a full quali, we might have had rain, but not now. To be honest with you, so in the setup, so in the game setup, okay, I have the forecast set to 100% accuracy, which means that when we look at the time in like the pit lane, it tells us okay, rain will be coming in like the last 25% of the race. Meanwhile, like it doesn't really happen. Emil looks like he might have pole wrapped up. Yes, he does by quite a margin actually, by quite a very big margin. Turbo just nicked the wall of champions as well, but yeah. Mm. So as I was saying, like I do have that stuff. So ac according to that, we're supposed to be having 100% accuracy, but we know that's not the case. It has happened multiple times, but like the game says, oh, rain halfway through the race, and the rain just ends up coming only at the last few laps or whatever. So I that definitely sounds yeah, exactly. And we are five red lights, and away we go. Emil. Okay, quite an even start this time around. it was an even start. Going into turn one, no drama at all. Turbo looks like he's actually pumping battery coming out of that. Yeah, he did actually pump some battery. Probably, yeah. Because Turbo made up a lot of time in the second phase of the start. Um, no, it's not. It looks like this race is not going to be over. Turbo seems to be having a lot better traction than Emil through all of the corners. Like Emil has the top speed, he has the low downforce setup, so that halfway down every straight, like Emil just pulls away. But coming out of the corners itself, Turbo seems to be driving much better. Wall of Champions. Both drivers are very close to Wall of Champions at the end of lap one. Hmm. It is actually very. But again, so if we look at this. Okay, coming out of turn five, Turbo is making a lap time from 5.1 plus 0.5.15 to plus 0.45 halfway down the straight, and then after the halfway point, Emil's low downforce kicks in, and the time is back up to plus 0.5. So Turbo is getting the drive out of the corners, but Emil's downforce is obviously helping him through the straights. Hmm. Definitely, yeah. Lap number 3, Turbo is again still half a second behind Emil, and it's this constant cat and mouse, which is so intriguing to watch as a spectator. It's actually very intriguing to watch. But Emil's battery is actually quite low because he has been having to use his battery on the DRS straights to keep Turbo at bay. So Emil's battery is on 6%. Yeah, just to mitigate the DRS. So Emil's battery is on 6%, Turbo's battery is on 60%. And we are starting lap number 4 now. So take what you can out of that, because I think Turbo might pull another quota out from here. Because he's constantly staying half a second behind. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Turbo just dipped out of the into the 7 tenths, 6 tenths. 6 tenths, 7 tenths, they're bumping around there for Turbo's gap behind Emil. So Emil is actually pushing very hard now. You can see it on his car. The car isn't very happy being pushed in that way. He's asking more of the car what he can give at this point in time through the corners. Hmm. Def Turbo just got a 2 second. Turbo just got a 2 second time penalty for cutting corners. This race belongs to Emil. Okay, Turbo just overtook Emil on the start finish straight, and he messes up turn number 1. He gets a lot of oversteer. Emil is right beside him. Okay, Emil gives up and he just decides to follow through. He's not going to push on. he decides he's not going to fight and damage his car or spin out. Because yeah, Turbo is pushing. Turbo has his ERS into hot lap mode. He hasn't taken it off out of hot lap mode now. So he's trying to build up the time. Actually, Emil made a mistake. Emil made a mistake. He's 1.3 seconds behind. Turbo might actually pull this off. 10% to Emil, 17% to Turbo. Yeah, so they're going into Wall of Champions at 1.6 seconds gap. And they end up at 1.8. The race is over at 1.9. The race is over at 1.9 seconds. It's very close. So Emil wins. Yeah, Emil wins by 1/10. So, so we're going to track number. Yeah, I mean, if you look at these drivers' best times, Emil's time is a 1:11.032, and Turbo's best time is a 1:11.013. 2 hundredths of a second separating both drivers' personal best time. Hmm. Yes, we are going to Bahrain, so we're gonna have a final showdown there. Hmm. Yeah, so he would have lost that because of I don't know whether he got onto the grass or something and cut the corner due to impatience or anything, but if he slowed down just a tiny bit for one particular corner, he would have had he wouldn't have had that 2 second penalty. And obviously he would have won that because Emil did make a very big mistake coming into the second chicane, where he actually overshot the chicane. No, yeah, and we're starting quali now. I think I think Emil might take it because it looks like he has the lower downforce. Yeah, but I think it will help a lot in the final sector because um those S's in the final sector going into like the back part of the track, those corners are all high speed corners. If you have low downforce, obviously you be faster through those corners. Versus Turbo in the first set of S's and coming to like that shoe-like corner will actually benefit a lot of the downforce and the stability of a high downforce car. And coming into the back straight here, Turbo is in the lead. Yeah, you struggle. Yeah, your car slides around way too much. Turbo gets pole. So I want to see what the gap was. I want to see what the times are. But to me, they look very, very close. Like maybe 1, 2, maybe even 3 tenths. Actually, okay, yeah, it was 4 tenths. Actually, the difference between them. At all, no. Yeah. Do you think we're gonna see some sort of like gladiator style fighting between these two, like how we saw between Max and uh Leclerc in 2022? Definitely, yeah. And with four red lights, five red lights, and away we go. An average stop between both drivers. Actually, Emil is gonna take the lead into turn one, looks like it. No, they're going side by side to turn one, turn two. Emil, are you gonna pump your battery down the street? Yes, you are. Both drivers are pumping battery. Emil is catching up to Turbo. Yeah. Emil goes around the outside of turn three. He gets pushed wide by Turbo, but actually gets given just enough room, but he does get pushed out wide, and he has to follow through these S's. Straight out of the gate, these drivers are giving us something very entertaining to watch. Both drivers' ERS levels are roughly around the same. 70% to Emil, 80% to Turbo. And we are now doing a dance down the straight where Turbo is trying to break DRS. Emil is behind. Emil is pulling a Charles Leclerc. He's turning off his DRS and leaving on medium sometimes because he doesn't want to overtake Turbo just yet. I think he learned his lesson from Kota, where it's not nice to be the leading driver. Hmm. Yeah, you enjoy the racing. Um, yeah, Emil is just vibing in the back, letting Turbo use his yards to stay up front. Turbo has made a very small error on the second set of S's. He just stays in front of Emil by literally attempt is separating these two drivers right now. Yes. Emil's ERS is literally sitting on 90%. I Emil is going down the start finish straight with no ERS. Yeah, and he's half accelerated. Towards the end of the straight, he was half accelerating out. Turbo gets a tank slapper coming out of turn number one, and Emil goes past, and he overtakes him, and he still gets the ERS on the second straight as well. So, yeah. Lap number three, Emil is not in the position he plans to be in, but here he is leading this race, driving around with no ERS. Basically, he's inviting Turbo to overtake him anywhere. A small love tap by Turbo to Emil as they come to the braking zone of turn 1 with the ERS on. Turbo didn't go into 8th gear, which is something to remember. Emil just let wants Turbo to go by. He came off the accelerator towards the end of the straight to just let Turbo by because he knows what he wants to do at the end of the next lap. We're currently on lap number 4, by the way. A very, very intelligent driving by Emil. Coming off the accelerator halfway through the straight so that Turbo can overtake him. Yes. Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, if Emil wants to be smart about this, he will um, use the ERS on the start finish rate to get right up on Turbo's gearbox. I use the second, sorry, I use the second straight to actually overtake him. And we are starting this, yeah, yeah, same. We're starting the second straight, and now Emil is pumping his battery. Turbo is also pumping his battery. Yeah, so he's right on Turbo's gearbox on turn number 1. Turbo has no battery left. He's on 5%. Emil is on 25%. And he goes for the dive bomb on the inside. Turbo's on the outside. They give each other just enough room to race with. Turbo's on 9%, 10%. Emil is on 30% battery. Um, so this is a fight on the final lap. Yeah, Emil just goes for the dive bomb after the S's, and he overtakes Turbo. He overtakes Turbo. The overtake has been done. Now he's just defending for Emil. Turbo is going for the attack on the shoe corner, coming up to the third DRS zone. Turbo struggles for grip as he just plants his finger down on the R2 button. Both drivers have absolutely no ERS. They're being very careful not to spin each other out and giving each other enough room. Emil is still in the lead. Turbo is hot on his heels. Both drivers have the same level of ERS on 11%. Turbo goes for a dive bomb on the second to last corner, pushes Emil out wide. Emil comes back. Both drivers are neck and neck. Literally, the gaming timing screen is basically just saying 0-0-0. Emil is on the outside on the final corner. Turbo just gives him just enough room. Both drivers have 0-0 ERS. Turbo just clinches the win, plus 0.017 seconds. What a final lap. Turbo, yeah. Plus 0.019 seconds to Turbo. Champion. Yeah, let me message him to tell him to join. I'm just gonna drag them across here. Hello, lovely people. First of all, Turbo, what was that dive bomb? After that third ERA zone, Emil had the lead. I told Emil as well. I was like, you know what? I think Immigrant Emil has this now. And then Turbo comes to the mud of dive bombs, and Emil, when you pushed out wide in the final corner. Lekker man. Yeah. Are we happy with the last corner, especially the last corner? Uh, to me, I personally feel that that last corner shouldn't is a racing incident to me because there was just enough room from Turbo's side, or he gave Emil just enough room to drive. So, um, obviously, yeah, yeah. All right, cheers, dude. I'm representing my kind. Fucking spastic. Yo, all right, cheers. Yeah, so you just need to wait to Turbo to address his audience, and then yeah. Yeah, Kota was the prime example where he waited until the last lap and he purposely stayed behind as well because he had a few attempts, a few opportunities in lap 3 and lap 4 for the overtake, but he decided to stay back. Mm. Yeah, yeah. He is still, yeah, he is still here, but I think, yeah. Yes, sir, we can hear you. And a lot of the tracks, actually, in a lot of the tracks, he was having a lot of traction issues, I've noticed. So I think, Yeah, same. This is actually a very, very nice race. Honestly, like Brazil, between Brazil and the final race that we had right now in Bahrain, this was insane racing, and I think this is pinnacle of esports. Mm, mm.